Once President-elect Barack Obama, as you see right there, in his slick shades, getting off the aircraft, and of course going to be surrounded by a Secret Service as he greets VIPs and gets ready to head over to the White House. He's going to arrive on the south lawn, the south portico. That's actually the diplomatic entrance. And then, of course, on Inauguration Day, he'll enter from the north portico, which is the ceremonial entrance. But the president and First Lady Laura Bush will meet him there at the White House. The motorcade will pull up right there on the south driveway. And once they meet and greet, they'll go inside, have about an hour of a private meeting. Hopefully we'll find out what takes place within that meeting. May go longer. They obviously have a lot to talk about, and we'll follow it live. Okay, this is one of those days, folks, that whatever President Bush and President-elect Barack Obama do, we're going to be taking it live. So wherever they're walking, wherever they're waving, wherever they're meeting, whatever door they're going in and out of, whatever car they're getting in and out of, we will be taking it live. Now, they've just cruised through the Rose Garden. He's getting a little bit of a tour there on the outside of the White House, and now moving themselves inside. Probably going to get the major tour inside. Photographer's tracking it for us, so we'll have the pictures hopefully within the next 24 hours. See what I tell you, look at that. See, the camera is going to follow their every single move through every single window. Well, it hasn't been a week since Barack Obama won the White House, and here he is. It's a ritual of presidential succession, only this year there's no time for small talk. President Bush invited Barack and Michelle Obama to the tour of the executive mansion to discuss the transition, and it was against the backdrop of an economic crisis and 2 wars. Mr. Bush has promised to make the handoff as smooth as possible, and in his first post-election news conference, Obama promised to go in with a spirit of bipartisanship. Well, this isn't just Barack Obama's first Oval Office visit as president-elect. It's his first Oval Office visit, period. Arlene Quijano can tell us what we will expect once they start talking. My guess is, Elaine, they are already right into it.
Yeah, hello to you, Kira. In fact, we were expecting that all of this was going to start taking place at 2 o'clock Eastern right now. Instead, we saw it happen about 10 minutes or so ago, that the Bushes greeted the Obamas on the south lawn of the White House. And very quickly, just moments after their arrival, the two couples headed inside the White House to the diplomatic reception room. They were greeted there, we are told, by the chief usher, Admiral Stephen Rochon. And then moments later, the president and the president-elect took that traditional walk down the colonnade. We have seen this shot certainly so many times before. It is an image really that is steeped in American history, and particularly with this transition as well. This is the first transition post 9/11, of course, and this is the first African-American president-elect. Now, what is on the agenda? Certainly a top priority right now is the economy, but also likely to be on the agenda national security issues as well as the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, a big question is, what is the dynamic between these two men going to be like, considering Barack Obama on the campaign trail ran and won largely by highlighting his strong opposition to Bush administration policies? Well, here is what White House Press Secretary Dana Perino had to say about that earlier today.
This is going to be a private meeting, and there's not a lot that we can do to preview it. I don't think any of us can understand what it's like for two people who are now going to be in a very small club, who understand what it's like to be the commander-in-chief, to be the leader of our great country. And so they'll have a private conversation. I'm sure they'll talk about a range of issues.
Now, Dana Perino going on to say that it has always amazed her how President Bush is able to, as she says, let that heated rhetoric just slide off his back and move forward. Now, also today, of course, we should mention that Laura Bush and Michelle Obama at this hour are meeting and taking a tour of the private residence of the White House. This, Kira, really is going to be an opportunity for Mrs. Obama to get a closer look at the place that will become home for the Obama family. Kira.